Oh my Mawla Ali, oh my Mawla Hussein, how I wish and I pray to be near you again. Oh my Mawla Ali, oh my Mawla Hussein, how I wish and I pray to be near you again. Let me take you to Najaf, to my first Imam, to the tomb of the greatest Imam of Islam. Let me take you to Najaf, to my first Imam, to the tomb of the greatest Imam of Islam. And to Masjid al-Kufa, where you will see the place the assassin struck Mawla Ali. Oh my Mawla Ali, oh my Mawla Hussein, how I wish and I pray to be near you again. Oh my Mawla Ali, oh my Mawla Hussein, how I wish and I pray to be near you again. When you come to the shrine of my Mawla Ali, and you stand there facing the holy Dhari. When you come to the shrine of my Mawla Ali, and you stand there facing the holy Dhari, close your eyes and you'll see the flag of Islam flying high in the hands of our first Imam. Oh my Mawla Ali, oh my Mawla Hussein, how I wish and I pray to be near you again. Oh my Mawla Ali, oh my Mawla Hussein, how I wish and I pray to be near you again.
Ali 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 Haydar, 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 Haydar Haydar Haydar, लगाते हैं दरी नारे चेहरे वो मुस्कुराते हैं, लगाते हैं दरी नारे चेहरे मुस्कुराते हैं, लगाते हैं दरी नारे, लगाते हैं दरी नारे चेहरे मुस्कुराते हैं. अली के चाहने वाले खुशी से मनाते हैं, अली के चाहने वाले खुशी से मनाते हैं. हमारी बंदगी मौला, हमारी जिंदगी मौला, नबी ने कह दिया मौला, जिसे बस है वही मौला, सिकाया मान अपनी लोरियों में या अली मौला. गदीर कुम का किस्सा नारे हैदरी
या अली,
गदीर कुम का किस्सा, गदीर कुम का किस्सा अपने बच्चों को सुनाते हैं. अली के चाहने वाले खुशी से मनाते हैं,
अली के चाहने वाले खुशी से मनाते हैं. खुला करता है हज के दरमियाँ खुशियों का दरवाज़ा, तवाफ़ ऐसा है होता झूमता है खानाए काबा, दिलों में अज़मत तौहीद लब पर या अली मौला.
नारे हैदरी
या अली, खुदा के घर अली पैदा, खुदा के घर अली पैदा हुए सबको बताते हैं. अली के चाहने वाले खुशी से मनाते हैं,
अली के चाहने वाले खुशी से मनाते हैं. जो कहलाता है मोमिन करबला का है वो बाशिंदा, मजालिम के मुकामिल खून से रहता है पाइंदा. अली पर जान देकर ये हमेशा हो गए जिंदा, शहीदों के तो चेहरे भी, शहीदों के तो चेहरे भी कफन में मुस्कुराते हैं. अली के चाहने वाले खुशी से मनाते हैं,
अली के चाहने वाले खुशी से मनाते हैं. कोई बूढ़ा भी आ जाए तो वो کر جوان اٹھے دنوں سے نعرہ حیدر زمین تا آسمان اٹھے میرے ہر شعر پر دل سے منافق کے دعو اٹھے جو منکر ہے علی کے جو منکر ہے علی کے ان کو لفظوں سے جلاتے ہیں علی کے چاہنے والے خوشی سے مناتے ہیں
علی کے چاہنے والے خوشی سے مناتے ہیں مسلسل کوششوں کے بعد بھی ناکام تھا لشکر علم جس کو پیمبر سے ملا وہ مرد ہے حیدر موالی صاحب اکٹھے ہو گئے ہیں سج گیا خیبر جو سچی بات ہوتی ہے جو سچی بات ہوتی ہے وہی سب کو بتاتے ہیں نعرہ حیدری یا علی علی کے چاہنے والے خوشی سے مناتے ہیں
علی کے چاہنے والے خوشی سے مناتے ہیں بلایا تھا شب معراج جس کو حق نے اکما تھا بہت نزدیک تھا محبوب بس کہنے کو پردہ تھا خدا نے بات کی جس نے بہت مانوس لہجہ تھا علی کی تھی انگوٹھی اور علی کا ہاتھ دیکھا تھا بہت خوش ہے نبی بہت خوش ہے نبی معراج سے تشریف لاتے ہیں علی کے چاہنے والے خوشی سے مناتے ہیں علی کے چاہنے والے خوشی سے مناتے ہیں زمانہ تار کر دیکھے ذرا میسم کی دارائی بنایا تار کو منبر ملی معراج گویائی علی کا قول سچا ہو گیا ہے یہ خوشی پائی زباں جب کاٹی جاتی ہے زباں جب کاٹی جاتی ہے تو میسم مسکراتے ہیں علی کے چاہنے والے خوشی ایسے مناتے ہیں علی کے چاہنے والے خوشی ایسے مناتے ہیں لگاتے حیدری نعرے حیدری لگاتے حیدری نعرے چہرے مسکراتے ہیں علی کے چاہنے والے خوشی ایسے مناتے ہیں علی کے چاہنے والے خوشی ایسے مناتے ہیں عبدالسلام والسلام علیہ یا رسول اللہ محمد وآل محمد صلوات علی محمد علی ابن ابی طالب بید اللہ وجہ
Assalamu alaikum everybody.
Kushali Mubarak.
Hope you are all doing well. And we are back. We really enjoyed our time last time. And we thought we'd do it again.
For Imam Ali alayhi salam's Kushali. So here we are.
Yeah, thank you all for all your feedback and your comments last time.
We really enjoyed reading them.
Yeah, it was really nice. And so we thought we'd do it again and have a bit more fun as well.
And a few less bloopers.
Yeah, I think last time you all got an insight of how many bloopers and how many takes we did. Assalamu alaikum everybody. So with Bibi Fatima's Kushali coming up, we...
But also, what? Let me stop, please.
Okay.
Okay, salam.
This time, it's just the one take.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Here we go.
Imam Ali alayhi salam.
So many stories, so much inspiration. The man was a don.
That was my line. Well, what an amazing person. The true don. And when I think of Imam Ali alayhi salam, for me, you know, you have you have your 14 Masumin, and they're all amazing people. And but there's sometimes you have the one or the two people that you actually relate to. And for me, whenever I go to Najaf, I just feel at home. It's like I've gone home, my father is there, he's looking after me, and just my heart feels at peace.
Yeah,
So Imam Ali is that person for me.
exactly. We thought we'd go through some of our favorite stories from him that
Yeah.
we've heard. You guys have heard so many stories, again, in the lectures you've been to and the classes you've been to. So we thought we'd share ours. What's your favorite story about Imam Ali alayhi salam?
My favorite thing about Imam Ali alayhi salam is how amazing he was in terms of looking after people. So we all know that he's the true Imam. He is the Imam. He was a successor after the Prophet, and when he led his region, or when he was the Caliph of his time, he didn't leave anyone stranded or didn't leave anyone hanging. So yes, he was doing all the top level stuff that a leader or a king or a president should be doing, but he did not forget about those people that who are less, who are poorer or did not have much of a say, if you can say
Less
that.
important
Less
people.
important people in the region. So much so that at night he would be going to them and physically giving them food, physically looking after them, physically just talking to them. And this really made me think, because nowadays, if you look at the leaders nowadays, you wouldn't see that in them. So for example, any president you take or any prime minister you take, yes, they are in the House of Commons or in their palace, they are doing what are the important stuff in life, looking after the government or looking after the country by making sure that the laws are in order. But you wouldn't physically see them go out.
Except for the cameras when they do their camera shots.
Yeah, so this really made me so much impressed by Imam. And I was just thinking, how can I implement this in my life? Because I think, when I think about this, Imam Ali alayhi salam's mentality or mindset was such that, okay, I'm the leader of my place, or I'm a part of this community, which means I need to go out of my way to make sure that nobody goes hungry in my place. No one goes without speaking to somebody or being lonely in my area. So even though I'm the leader or I'm part of the community, no one goes sad or hungry.
Yeah. Exactly. I think one easy way to do it once schools are back, inshallah, is, for example, you're chilling in the playground or wherever you guys are at break time, and you see that, you know how there's always one person who's just a bit shy, maybe doesn't want to come forward, but definitely wants to hang out with you, and you've got all your friends maybe.
Yeah.
Just a simple thing, crack a joke and bring them in. That will be the start. Then they'll be able to take it from there. But just that initial conversation will change. It might even change their entire school experience. It might just make things a little bit easier for them. And that, you know, that Imam Ali is smiling at you because he would have done the same thing.
For sure. And I think it's just, like you said, a mindset thing. Just actively look out for those people that you may feel that they're not being looked after. Rather than just walking down the street and coming across a poor person. Yes, we need to help them, but actually go out and think about these people and look out for them.
Yeah, I think so. That leads me on to my favorite story really well as well. I think one of the things I really love about Imam Ali is that everything he did, he kept Allah in his mind. So he somehow managed to have these qualities that were completely opposite in one person. So for example, he was so brave. We know this on the battlefield. He would be so mashallah, courageous and brave and strong. And then when he was in front of Allah, he would be saying Mawlaya ya Mawlaya and crying, doing things like Dua Kumel in front of Allah, knowing that he was nothing in front of Allah, literally. So on the battlefield or in front of people, he would be such that people would be in awe of him. And then in front of Allah, he would be so sincere.
And what amazing words he would utter, right? Like the du'as that he's taught us, and the letters and the words that are there written by him or said by him.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff, huh? For a person to come up with these amazing stuff is
just
incredible.
like that from the tip of his tongue as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't rehearsed or anything, definitely. Yeah, true. And so the story about when Imam Ali alayhi salam met Amr bin Abdud.
Yeah.
And this was such a he was known as a very brave, strong warrior of the Quraysh, someone that no one wanted to fight, and Imam Ali took him on, as Imam Ali does. And then when he defeated him and he got him down on the floor, everyone saw him get him down on the floor and saw that he was about to beat Amr bin Abdawud, and Imam Ali walks away. And there's sort of commotion going on. It's said, like, what's going on? Why did Imam Ali walk away? He has the person in front of him. And then Imam Ali came back. He defeated him again, and then that's when he finished him off. And when he was asked about it, it said that he said it's because when he had him down on the floor, Amr bin Abdawud spat in Imam Ali's face. And at that point, if he would have killed Amr bin Abdawud, he would have done it because he was angry. He wouldn't have done it for Allah necessarily fully. And so he waited until he had his niyat correct, till he was completely sincere. And then when he was doing it purely for Allah, he got him and he finished him off.
That's really, really beautiful, actually. Just to think that this man, he saw everything. He saw Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in everything and wanted to do everything for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So much so that even in that split second where his personal anger took over, he had to walk away and then renew his niyyah, right?
And just knowing, like, being sure that if you're doing things for Allah, that He will help you and make sure it works out. So obviously that was a difficult situation to be able to overcome or defeat someone so strong. But he didn't have a doubt in his heart that if he did it for Allah, he would be able to defeat him again. So just knowing that, for example, whatever it is you're doing in an exam, you're going to do some public speaking, you're going to do anything you're nervous about, just channeling Allah. One thing that I remember we were talking about in one of our classes with the girls was there's an ayah in the Quran that says that Allah is closer to you than your jugular vein. So if you put your hand here, you'll feel there's a big vein over here. It's called your jugular vein. You can feel it popping out. It says in the Quran that Allah is closer to you than that. So that means that He's with you the whole time. So say you're about to do something huge, whatever it is, your own secret communication with Allah can just be literally feel it for a second, be like, Allah is with me, and then carry on and do it. And
That's
watch
beautiful.
how amazing it goes, inshallah.
That's really beautiful. And also another thing to bear in mind is salah time, for example. We should, as she said, we should speak to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the time, but His special time is salah time. And a lot of times we're in the middle of a PlayStation game or in the middle of my work, a movie, and like we're getting into the crunch of it, and oh man, I'm going to miss out. Or in the middle of a football match, for example, second half, live football match, and the score is like 1-0 or 2-0, and I need my team. I need to watch my team.
Balotelli, Aguero!
But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes first. And a lot of times I've had this fight, me personally, and everyone goes through it. It's not that uncles and aunties, they don't go through it. Everyone goes through this struggle every time. But you need to make sure, keep in your mind that just as Imam Ali alayhi salam kept Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the forefront, we need to keep Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the forefront. Whatever we're doing, stop, drop it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes first. And there's that saying, that goes that Imam Ali alayhi salam sees Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in everything, before it, after it, on it. So just make sure that if there's anything that you can take from today's lesson, keep Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the forefront of everything that you do.
And chances are that football match, if you're really invested in it, if you really want them to win, to be honest, Allah is going to make them win more than you're rooting for them is going to make them win.
You know, this actually happened to me. I think it was last season or the season before. A lot of you know I support Liverpool.
What?
The one and only Liverpool. Best club in the world.
No!
And it came a time that there were, I think it was 3 games in a row, to be honest, where they were playing around namaz time, and I would go pray. Literally, I would finish praying, and none other than Mo Salah would score a goal straight after. Like, I would have it on, so as soon as I've finished praying, I've heard, oh, Mo Salah has scored. And look at the similarities. Salah, namaz. So take it as a sign. Okay, so now we're going to have a bit more fun.
We're going to do a little bit of a game, but something different from last time.
Yeah.
This time we're going to do anagrams.
I am so excited, I think I'm gonna explode!
So
Anagrams.
we're going to
What's
have
anagrams?
words come up on the screen, but with a twist.
With a twist. So these words will be words that we have mentioned in the first part. So
Let's see if you're paying attention.
So they'll be jumbled up, right? And then all you have to do is refigure them to make up the word.
Yep, unscramble them. You'll have 10 seconds for each word. No pausing.
No cheating.
Yep, Imam Ali's watching.
Allah is watching.
Allah is watching, true. And the words are all related to Imam Ali alayhi salam. So, are you guys ready?
Make sure you put your answers in the comments below.
Let's go, girls.
Come on, boys. So that was fun. It was a bit challenging, but fun.
Some of them were harder than others, but I think I did pretty well. I think I speak for the girls when I think we did all pretty well.
No, boys, come on, man. I know you've all done well. I know you've all. If I found it easy, then I know boys have found it easy. So.
Well, we'll see. So, as you all know, Imam Ali alayhi salam's Kushali is also known for being Father's Day. So we thought we'd do a little bit about talking about how to give our fathers some love. I know, Imran, obviously you just became a new dad. So what kind of things do you appreciate when the kids do for you?
Yeah, so it's really, really nice. And actually, it's made me think of the other way. So all this time I've been a son, but I've never been a dad. But now, being a father of two, the best thing that a father can get is a big smile and a running hug when you come back from work, and also like just chilling with your dad and with the kids. That's the best thing that I can do when you're just at home and playing games, and just I think the best thing is that smile and the hug. That's for me, it just melts my heart.
Yeah, I think same. I think dads aren't as speaking about my own dad, I think dads aren't as tough as they seem, as like, you know, they do appreciate a little bit of just a thank you, a smile, a hug, like Imran, uncle said, just coming and saying, you know what, Dad, I appreciate, they do a lot, right? They go out to work every day. If it's snowing, if it's cold, they're not like, oh, I want a snow day, nothing like that. They go out every day, they come back at whatever time. They've been working hard for you and just to help you guys out. They're not always doing it for themselves. They're not they're never doing it for themselves. I don't know why I said that. They're not doing it for themselves. They're doing it for, to take care of you guys. And just that one sort of, Dad, look, or Papa, I really appreciate what you're doing. The fact that you're taking care of us. I just wanted to say thank you. When I've done that to my dad, it's just made him smile a lot.
Yeah, it goes a long way. Just that one sentence, trust me, it goes a long way.
Yeah, giving them a hug or a kiss also, like you said, goes a long way. Saying salam to them, that respect. So they come home, you might be in the middle of doing whatever you're doing, you might be in your room, but just coming out, just for a second, they just appreciate the fact that they've come home now, and saying salam to them, giving them a quick hug, how are you? And then you can go back to doing whatever you're doing, but that respect is there and that love is there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So tell us in the comments below, what are you guys going to do to show your dads some love and some respect this Father's Day? Imam Ali alayhi salam was known for being the father to so many people. So in his name, let's show some love and appreciation to our fathers, inshallah.
Very true. That's quite deep in his name, because he's the father of all the mu'mineen, right? So
I think we noticed, that name of Imam Ali being Abul Aitam, and the fact that there was kind of a gap once he left. And there's a saying, right, to try and live so that when you pass away, when you aren't here anymore, there's a gap. People crave your company when you're not around.
Yeah. So following on from what Tara Media Auntie was saying, that you live in this world so much so that you're giving so much to the community, and if once you're gone, there's that gap. And this made me think about, sometimes when you go to a funeral of someone that's done so much for the community, and there's so many people in the funeral, and this just makes me think, and it inspires me that look at how much love there is for this person. And why is there the love? Because he loved people and he gave so much back to the community. And I should do that as well. Not just so I can get so many people in my funeral, but because I can give back to community in the name of Imam Ali alayhi salam, just the way he did it. So no, that's really an important lesson to learn.
Yeah.
So we've really had fun here talking about Imam Ali and just sharing inspirational moments.
We hope you have as well.
Yeah, and if there's anything that you've learned from this, please do write in the feedback in the comments below.
And also let us know any topics that you guys would be interested in hearing about or hearing us talk about, and we'll try and look at them and get on that as well.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your feedback and just to share the thoughts, share your thoughts in future events, just so that we can talk about them and learn from each other.
Make sure you take part in the game, the anagram. Make sure you're telling all your friends about it, your family, your brothers, your sisters. Have a competition. Put it in the comments, and then we will. There's no prize.
No prize. And let's make Imam Ali proud.